Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is Diego with my beautiful wife Karina from Venezuela. And we went through the K1 visa process just like you guys. And Karina went through the green card application process just like you guys. And Karina's K1 visa got approved in the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia, because Karina lived in Colombia for almost 6 years. And we dated for a long time in Colombia. And on June 25th, yesterday, Karina got a notification that her green card has been approved. So good news for Karina, her green card has been approved. Now we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Now remember, just because the green card has been approved, which is good, you got to keep collect. We, as in us too, and you guys, you got to keep collecting evidence for your 10-year green card. For your 10-year green card. Karina's 2-year green card's great. Okay, well, that's fantastic. But what she needs to be is a U.S. citizen, right? So we got through the first step, the 2-year green card. 3 months before the 2-year green card expires, we'll know what that date is soon. We're going to plan for the 10-year green card and U.S. citizenship. So the process hasn't stopped. And the videos will continue, and the channel's not going anywhere. Just because Karina got a green card approved, which is good, we are going to keep going on with the channel for you guys. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. Bud Garcia. So what happened, Bud? What's going on? What's happened? What's the status? What's the status for your prometida in Thailand? Jay Baxter. Good afternoon, Diego and Karina from Oklahoma. We love Oklahoma. I've been to Oklahoma many times, driven through it. I think I-40 goes through Oklahoma. Let me see here. Easy E, congratulations, Karina, from Easy E. I'm so happy for you. Very good. Thanks, Easy E. Tajla's Lynn Ward, congratulations, Karina. Very good. Thank you, Tajla's Lynn Ward. Bud Garcia. Okay, we're drum roll for Bud Garcia. I just want to let you and everyone on the channel know that my fiance passed her visa interview at the K1 visa interview at the U.S. Embassy in Bangkok, Thailand. That, Bud Garcia, gets a Mountain Dew salute. Right? Definitely, right? Mountain Dew salute. And it happened just exactly as I said it would happen, right? There you go. I'm not going to take any credit. You did all the work. But I think we helped you. Annie Persard, congratulations. Thank you, Annie, for Karina. Mr. Nahas, good afternoon, Diego. Congratulations, Karina. Thank you, Mr. Nahas. Juanita, hola, Diego y Karina, ¿cómo están? Felicidades. Muy bien, ¿y tú? Muy bien. Karina es muy feliz. Green card aprobado. Torreta verde aprobado. Mucho espera, ya va, espera. Ya va is waiting in Venezuela, and espera is waiting in Colombia. Thank you, Juanita. Nick Alejandro, congratulations. Karina. The Mountain Nomads, that's close to Mountain Dew, right? The Mountain Nomads is close to the Mountain Dew Nomads. I could be wrong. Hey, Diego, hope all is well and best wishes for both of you. So you got your NOA2 letter approved, and it was only a month and 20 days. Holy macaroni, a month and 20 days. That was a big surprise for how quickly that was. Well, you're going to get a Mountain Dew salute, Mountain Nomads, because that's quick. That took us 14 months to get the NOA2 letter. You got yours in a month, plus a little bit. Good job. Let me see. Patty Connolly. Hey, Patty, what's going on? Hello, Diego and Karina from Patty Connolly. And Patty, you got to include information from the past K1 visa or whatever happened in the past visa. You got to include that in the new K1 visa application. Okay, you're not going to get denied on the second K1. The congressional law allows for 2 K1 visas. If you want a third one, then you got to get through. Then you got to have a waiver, and you got all kinds of hoops you got to jump through. But you're good, okay, as long as you explain what happened to the first K1. And if you got any documents that explain what happened to the past visa, include it in the new K1 visa application. Bud Garcia, congratulations. Karina
Gracias. Igual.
and Tashless in World, still waiting on my green card. I filed on March 8th. Okay, well, you still got some time to go. You're still in play. Not much longer. Bud Garcia, they asked her 5 questions and that was it. Well, that's enough, right? They asked Karina 12 questions. Okay, they were pretty intense in Colombia, but you're good. Now remember, Karina's Venezuelana. She's Venezuelan, living in Colombia for 6 years, so they had to be a little more strict with her. But she's here. Green card's good. Let me see here. Juanita, Karina, es para ti.
Ajá. La
Karina,
partida de nacimiento que dices en la pediste en ese momento, era de hace tiempo, del 2018. Era de hace años.
bien?
Ujú.
Okay. Juanita, there you go. Karina responded in Spanish. I understood probably most of
Sí,
it,
sí entendí.
but can you hear? Karina's voice is like real low. Can you hear? Can you hear her?
Juanita, la partida de nacimiento era del 2018, no hay problema.
Matt Burner, hello Diego and Karina, sitting on the couch with my prometida here in Kentucky. Well, here's a salute to Kentucky and to your family. I'm glad you guys are together. Here's a salute to Kentucky Fried Chicken, which I love Kentucky Fried Chicken, by the way, but it's expensive now. Okay, I would have to sell a kidney just to get a Kentucky Fried Chicken meal. It's crazy prices. Mountain Dew salute there to Matt, and everything went easy, right? Just like you said it would, like I said it would. Matt Burnett, good job. Kentucky, we love Kentucky. Bud Garcia, thank you, Easy E. Annie Purser, good news too. I got approved yesterday. Thank you so much. You guys helped me a lot. I appreciate it. And in Purser, you get a Mountain Dew salute.
Eso.
That-
En Guyana.
Huh?
En Guyana.
In Guyana, see, in Guyana, in Guyana. Now, Guyana is next to Venezuela, right?
Mhm.
And the commie dictator Maduro keeps looking at Guyana and he keeps saying that it belongs to him. But let me tell you something: the U.S. military, the U.S. military, isn't going to let Maduro take Guyana. Okay, Mountain Dew salute, and that's a promise to our friends watching in Venezuela. We love the Venezuelan people. My family is in Venezuela. Karina's family's in Venezuela. We just don't like the government, other than Guido. See? Okay. The Mountain Nomads. USCIS received our case on 7 May and got approved 21 June. That was quick. So now we are preparing for the next step. Yeah, well, hang out with us, Mountain Nomads, and we'll get you through the process, okay? Any person, it took me 19 months from starting until now. 19 months. But you got it. All right? You done. You made it. David B. Hi, Diego. Just wondering if we only have to get married within 90 days or we have to submit our adjustment of status in 90 days. David B., let me explain something to you. You must get married within 90 days. When you arrived in America, when your beneficiary arrived in America, or whoever is the beneficiary, immigration, the border patrol, the K-1 visa goes away. Okay? Here's your K-1 visa. You arrived in America, it goes in the trash. No more. Well, you don't throw it in the trash. Don't do that. Excuse me. But it's irrelevant. You need a copy of your K-1 visa for the green card application. But you're on an I-94. You got 90 days to get married. You don't have to file for the green card within 90 days. You can wait 100 days, 120 days. But remember this, if you don't file for the green card after about 60 days, let's suppose you wait 6 months and then you apply for your green card. When immigration get it, they're going to see that you got married on this day and you applied for the green card on this day. They're going to stick it over here on the shelf and forget about you for a while. If you're not in a big hurry to get your green card, then they're not going to be in a big hurry to process it. So don't be surprised if you get a bit of a delay. If you are not fast, I should say, but not strong in processing your green card application within about 60 days. My recommendation is you get married and get your green card application in the mail via USCIS, FedEx, to USCIS via FedEx, DHL, UPS within about 60 days. But you don't have to get married. Excuse me, you don't have to send in the information for the green card within 90 days, but you must get married within 90 days. If you do not get married within 90 days, your beneficiary will be deported. Possibly. Now remember, I'm not an immigration attorney, guys. I'm not giving you any legal advice. I don't work for the USCIS. I don't work for those companies that charge you a fortune to process a simple green card package. Okay, I got 9 years of experience doing this. Okay, 9 years is a long time of being in the trenches and the mud puddles with immigration. So here we are. We continue helping you guys. Karina's got our green card on the way. Okay, but we're not gonna give up the channel. We're gonna keep the channel going for you guys. So David B, get married within 90 days, but you don't have to file for the green card within 90 days. Bud Garcia, the embassy told my fiance that it was going to take 10 to 15 days to get her passport back with her visa. Okay, no problem. David B, my fiance is here now in Chicago. Okay, great. We're getting married soon. Soon is good. In 1 week, just going to the courthouse. You can do that. But when you go to the courthouse to get married, David, listen. When you get married in the courthouse, get pictures with whoever happens to be there. Bring family, bring friends. You can't have just 2 people in your wedding pictures. You got to have more than just 2 people in wedding pictures. You got to have friends, family. And if you don't have friends and family to bring to the courthouse to get married, invite the clerk of the court, invite whoever's in the courthouse at the time and say, hey, get in here with the group picture. You got it? And get their names and say, these were at my wedding. These folks were at my wedding. Get their names, put the day of the photo was taken, etc. Let me see here. Helena Richardson. Now that's Nina. Nina, you're in Colombia, right? Felicidades, Karina. Puedo imaginar que eres muy feliz. Vos, mucho feliz. Wedding. Now the wedding is now just for the male, for the green card, okay? But then in 2 years, minus 3 months, we got to do all this over again. It's not over till Karina's a U.S. citizen, okay? Polished Kuke. Hello, congratulations again. Thanks, Polished Kuke. I like your name, Polished Kuke. I mean, that's neat. That is a really very imaginative name. I like it. Andrew Bryan. Hey, Diego. I filed my adjustment of status on January 19th, okay? And I haven't received my green card yet. Well, not yet. Do you know what the time period is? Well, it's about 4 to 5 months. So you filed on January 19th. So January, February, March, April, May to June. You should be hearing something this month or beginning in July. You're close. You're very close. Patty Connolly, thank you, Diego. We have more questions. Great. That's why are we here? Por qué tú aquí? Para preguntas. We're here for questions, Patty. Watching other videos. My son should have 2 chats per week. That's good. That's enough. But they have been talking since 2020, which is 2,000 paperwork. Okay. 2 chats per week. They've been in communication since 2020. That's 4 years. That's good. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Congratulations, Karina, on getting your green card. Was in the mail. Remember, we're at the mercy of the U.S. Postal Service. That's what we're at the mercy at right now. Best wishes to you and your future wife. That's from Francois to Bud. And here comes Las Vegas. That's Francois. You got a good memory. Well, you're highly intelligent. Right, you're in the medical field. You're a very high IQ. That Las Vegas is correct. The Phoebe Umokoro. I know, Polished Kuke. We haven't received any updates since our RFE December 2023. You should have heard something back from your RFE on a K1 since December of 2023. It only takes like 6-7 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks to respond to an RFE. You should have heard something by February at the latest. You need to send an email to find out what's going on. You got to stay in contact with immigration. The Phoebe Umakoro. Hello, Diego and Karina. Congratulations to Karina. Do we have to Do we have to add the terms of use of the site my fiance and I met when preparing the K1 visa packet? Yes. Listen, Tina, if you met, let's say on, I don't know, Filipino Cupid, I don't know, you gotta print the terms and conditions of the dating site, so that it says in the terms and conditions of the dating site, it will say this dating site is not an IMBRA. It's not a marriage. What do you call it? It's not an online marriage company. Okay, Colombian Cupid is not a online marriage company. Filipino Cupid is not. You go in, you print the terms and conditions, and you highlight where it says this is not a. This company was created for people to communicate with each other, not look for a wife. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Yes, you must print the terms of service, but just print the page where it says this is not a marriage company. Look, where you hook up with somebody to get married. Okay. Let me see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Greg Santos. Hi, Diego and Karina. Does USCIS send a social security number with the wife's name change with the husband's last name, and when do they send it? Greg Santos. When you, the question is, does USCIS, and USCIS doesn't control social security numbers. The Social Security Administration controls social security numbers. But on page 2 of Form 485, if you don't have a social security number yet, you can check, no, I don't have a social security number. And then you can check the 2 boxes on page 2 of the 485 saying that you give Homeland Security permission to apply for your social security number via Social Security Administration. And then it will come in the mail. And the name that it comes in on the mail will be whatever you put on page 1 of Form 485. So let me see. Your question is, does USCIS send a social security number with the wife's name change? No, USCIS doesn't do squat. The Social Security Administration creates social security cards and social security numbers. If you want to, with the husband's last name, if you want the husband's last name, then you put that on page 1 of the 485. When you apply for the green card, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're going to fill out copious amounts of forms, but the biggest one is this one right here. USCIS form I-485. On page 1, this is the name that goes on here of the beneficiary. This form is the beneficiary applying for the green card. So when Karina applied for her green card, she filled out form I-485. On page 1, it says, what's your current legal name? Well, she put Karina Ross, which is me, right? My last name, Karina's first name. And then the second part says, what other names have you used since birth? On there, Karina put her first name, Karina, her middle name, and her maiden name before she got married to me. So when immigration received this paperwork, they received it as Karina Ross with her middle name. And then the second part was, okay, so that was her maiden name. She's taken my last name. Okay. So the current legal name of your beneficiary, if you want to take your husband's last name or wife's last name, or however you want to do it, page 1, right here is where you change it. On page 2 of this form, over here, this is where you apply for the Social Security number. But Homeland Security does the application for you. Immigration's got nothing to do with Social Security numbers. They don't send them out. They don't issue them. The Social Security Administration does that. But whatever name you put on page 1 of the I-485, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, that's the name that's going to show up on your green card, and that's the name that's going to show up on your Social Security card if you let Homeland Security process it with the green card application. You got it? You understand what I just said? Let me see. Where am I at? Paya, India. What happens if the wedding is called off? If you cancel the wedding and you don't get married, the beneficiary gets on the plane and flies back to whatever country it is she was in before. If you come to the United States on a K-1 visa and you don't get married, you've got 90 days of vacation time in the United States, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary. Then you got to go back to whatever country it is you originate from. If you get married within 90 days, then you apply for the green card. If you don't get married, if you cancel the wedding, the beneficiary has 90 days to party in America. On day 90, you better be on a plane back to wherever it is you live, Philippines, India, Australia, England, Colombia, wherever it is you live. If you don't get married, you got to go back home after 90 days. On day 90, if you want to spend a 3-month vacation here, knock yourself out, but you got to return within 90 days. So that's the answer to your question, Paya Paya, India. David B. So once we get married, only my marriage certificate will be sent to us. I want to send it anywhere to show that we got married within 90 days. David B. When you get married, you get 5 copies of your marriage certificate. Okay, you get 5 copies. 1 for the green card application. When you mail off your green card application, you got to include the marriage certificate in the green card application. You got to have one for you, for your house, for your family records. You got to have one for when you apply for the 10-year green card. You got to have one for when you apply for the U.S. citizenship. And you got to have another one in backup in case one of them gets lost. You need 5 certified copies of your marriage certificate. When I got married to Karina, we got 2 certified copies, but we need 3 more. So in August, we're going to go back and get 3 more. You need 5. But Karina's green card's approved. Now we're focusing on her 10-year green card. Okay? Just because she got her 2-year green card's great, but it's not over, guys. The process continues. Let me see. Where am I at? Let me see. Let me see. David. Lots of questions. That's good. We're having lots of questions. Helena Richardson. Me alegro mucho para ti. Gracias. Sí, también para ti. Jose Custodio. Congratulations, Diego and Karina. My wife got her green card on June 12th. Mountain Dew salute for the green card arriving at your house on June 12th. June 6th, my stepson got approved. June 22nd, waiting for the green card. All is good. Double Mountain Dew salute. That's fantastic news, guys. That's fantastic news. Now, if you need the address to know where to mail your green card application, go ahead and ask me, and I'll tell you where to mail your green card application. I just need to know what state you live in. That's all. Where do you live? Not the city. I don't care what city you live in. I just need to know what state you live in. David B. Thank you very much for all of your help. David B. It's a pleasure. That's why we're here, guys. Sabrina Russell. I have reached the front of the line. What do you mean? When we get approved, do you know how long it will take to get an appointment for the interview? Where are you at? What country are you in? Which country? Help me out, guys. Every embassy has different workloads. Every embassy and consulate has different time frames. If you tell me what the embassy is, I can help you. Sabrina, what country? Let me see. Hitchum, Diego, I put an asset of 4K, which is my checking account, but I can't find my statement. That's okay. But you can go to your bank and get your bank statements. And I think YouTube's running a commercial or something here. So I guess you can't hear me. So we're just waiting for this commercial to run through. Let me see. Sabrina, you reached the front of the line. The front of the line. NOA 2 letter. What do you mean, the front of the line? In what country? Hitchum. You can get copies of your bank statements from your bank. That's easy to do. I can get them off my phone. I can go back 3 or 4 years. Patty Connolly. So you don't think sending over 2,000 pages of paperwork is too big? Don't do it. That's too much. Break that down, Patty. Break that down to 200 pages spaced out over the 4 years. You don't need 2,000 pages of paperwork. You don't need to send that much. That's what I sent 1,000 chat logs in to the K1 visa application. I overkilled it, but But you probably only need to send in about, I would say, 400, 500 max, not 2,000. 500 is the top number you need to look at for that. Bud Garcia, thank you, Francois. Sabrina, he will be going to Canada, U.S. Embassy. Just wondering how long the wait time would be for an appointment. He's going to the U.S. Embassy in Montreal. Canada is busy sometimes. They get busy. Depends on the time of the year. So I'm not sure where you're at in the process. You said you're at the front of the line. What do you mean that you're at the front of the line? Did you get your NOA2 letter? Did you get your MVC welcome letter, K1FTP email? What did you get? I don't really understand where you are at in the process. Rooster, I-129F sent to MVC 24th of May. NOA2 expires August 2024. Should I do an inquiry July? Yeah. Rooster, send an inquiry to the National Visa Center so you can extend your NOA2 letter. And your question is, what should I ask him? Well, you can say, dear NVC, thank you so much for all the hard work you've put into processing my K1 visa. I appreciate it. What is the next step? Ask them. Ask them an open-ended question. Then they will reply back to you with an answer. That extends your NOA2 letter. Rooster, tell me you understand what I just said. Arsenal Forever. Good evening, Diego. How long after receiving the adjustment of status received letter will someone get the green card? 4 to 5 months. Thank you. And hail the great Diego, the first. Okay. Listen, Arsenal Forever. I'm going to give you a Mountain Dew salute. Okay, for that. Hail the great Diego. That's a new one. Thank you. But you guys are the great ones. Arsenal Forever. There you go. Polish Kuke, married now. Congratulations. The USCIS portal says 6 months before decision is made. Don't read the portal. So far, some people are waiting 1 year after marriage to receive a green card. Well, who's that? Who are they? Who are these people who are waiting a year? I don't know anybody that's waited a year to get a green card, other than people back in COVID. During COVID, sure, it was taking 18 months, 2 years. Their 2 year green card was expiring before they even got it during COVID. So I don't know who's telling you that it's taking a year to get a green card. It's taking 4 to 5 months. 3 Minutes Soccer, Diego, NOA1, April 4/31, 2024, NOA2, 6/12/2024. France, the French embassy in Paris, the U.S. embassy in Paris, right? Case sent to the Department of State today. That's the National Visa Center in New Hampshire. When should I expect a welcome letter? Can I already submit an inquiry? Okay, if you gotta wait at least 30, 45 days. And we just got a super something. Hold on a second. Look at that, Easy E. Look at that. That's a super chat from Easy E. That's a Mountain Dew salute, automatic. Congratulations again, Karina. Go to Vegas and celebrate, Diego, on your long-awaited green card. That's the plan, Easy E. And guess what we did today? Guess what we did today? I kept Karina busy today. She said she'd been in the house too long. I said, yeah, so have I. Let's get out of here. So we got in the car. We didn't have any place in particular to go, but we ended up on the Navy base in Pensacola, and it just so happened that they had an air show practice today. So being me, I'm a retired Navy senior chief, right? I snuck us into the front of the line. And we got to sit on the front of the flight line and watch the Blue Angels practice close up. And the Blue Angels were flying over Karina's head like 50 feet up. She's having a heart attack. Right. And we're going to make a video for you guys to watch it, because we was right on the flight line, and I know you guys want to see the Blue Angels, right? Thank you for that super chat. Muy bien. Let me see. Now, Polish Kuke. There's nobody waiting a year for green cards. Not now. Back in the day during COVID, sure. And 3 Minutes Soccer. Go ahead and send the inquiry in about 30 days. Renat, hi Diego, congratulations, Karina. I submitted my wife's adjustment of status on February 16th, okay. Did biometrics on March 13th, good. Then you had to submit an RFE in mid-April, which they received. Any idea when they should get a response? It takes 4 to 6 weeks for immigration to respond to an RFE. And it also depends on how busy they are, and it also depends on what was the RFE for. Why? What was it that you missed in the green card application? Nick Alejandro, greetings. My fiance is waiting to schedule her K1 visa at the embassy in Dakar. Now that's in Senegal, in Africa. But I haven't made any official wedding plans. Well, you need to start making some. You need to make some wedding plans before your visa for your K1 visa interview. Is it a problem? Maybe, maybe not. What if the consular officer says, "Hey, I want to see your wedding plans. What are you going to provide?" If you go into this channel, which is your YouTube channel, I spent a lot of time making videos for you guys, not for me. We already know how to do this. There's a video I made in there called Wedding Plans. Go into the channel, type wedding plans, and it will bring up a video on how to plan a wedding without a date to satisfy a K1 visa consular officer at an embassy interview. It's a very good video. I recommend you watch it. That will answer your question. Will it be an issue? It could be. What if the immigration officer says, "Do you have any wedding plans?" and your beneficiary says, "No, I don't have any wedding plans." What could happen? Well, then obviously you're not in a real relationship. You haven't made any plans. You're not interested. Visa cancel. Have a nice day. There's the door. It could happen. You got to have wedding plans. You must bring them to the visa interview. And if you get asked for them, you got them. If you don't get asked for them, then don't worry about it. Then you escape another long question and answer session. But you got to have them. And I made a video on how to prepare wedding plans for a visa interview at the embassy or the consulate. Nick Alejandro, I was planning on buying an engagement ring soon. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Francois Livingston, Diego, would you need a certified copy of a divorce decree for the green card? Yes, you do. I'm thinking ahead. Yes, you're ready. Francois Livingston, you need a certified copy when you apply for the green card. Okay, well, your new husband's going to apply for the green card, but you're going to help him fill it out. You will include in that green card application your marriage certificate, your certified copy of your divorce decree, which you can get from the courthouse in upstate New York for about $10. Well, I don't know how much it is. I think you said it's $10, right? You bet. But what did you say here? Would you need a certified copy of the divorce decree for the green card? Yes, you do. Absolutely mandatory. If you don't include it, you're going to get an RFE, and immigration is going to ask for it. But you're ready. You're thinking ahead, Francois. I like the way you think. You're very intelligent. You're very high IQ. Nick, you need to be buying an engagement ring soon, and I would say tomorrow would be a good day. Tina Phoebe Umokoro, what is the least number of pages for paperwork that is reasonable? For what? For a K1 visa package? For a green card application? What do you need? What do you mean? What is the least number of pages? I don't understand the question. Are you talking about for a green card application? Or are you talking about chat logs? If you've been dating for 4 years, you want to have at least 4 years worth of chat logs. 3 a month, right? 12 months in a year. 3 12s are 36 times 4. That's a minimum for chat logs. Sabrina Russell, I have paid for a track my visa. What? So I can track my case. Why did you pay to do that? It said it reached the front. And they're approving cases on our date now. Okay, I understand. He would be going to Toronto, Canada. The embassy in Toronto. Okay, not Montreal. So you paid for an application on your phone, which is okay if you want to do that. And they're telling you where you're at in the process. And how long will it take? Probably it's about, he's at the front of the line. 3 to 4 months for Canada. They're busy. Sabrina, sorry, should have gone into more details. Yeah, help me out with countries and things like that. Guys, if you want me to answer your questions, that's why I'm here. I want to answer all your questions, guys. But if you tell me what country you're in, it helps me a lot. Sharon Hutchinson. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. Now, I'm Diego, and this is Karina. Now, Mr. Ross is my dad, and he lives in Chiang Mai, Thailand with his wife, Mrs. Ross. Okay? But this is Karina, and I'm Diego. Diego, did I need to send an original marriage certificate or a copy of the same was sufficient? You need to send a certified copy of your marriage certificate with your green card application. A certified copy. What is that? You go to the courthouse, you get married, or you got married on the beach, you got married in church, you got married in the synagogue, you got married in your mosque. Wherever you got married, the person that marries you signs the marriage certificate. You go back to the government office that controls all this stuff, and they print you a certified copy. The clerk of the court will stamp it and a certified copy and sign it and date it in black ink or blue ink, probably black ink. That is a certified copy of your marriage certificate. That is what goes in the green card application. That will, you need a copy also for the 10-year green card, and you need another copy, just like I just mentioned, for the U.S. citizenship application. So a copy on a copy machine isn't going to work. When you submit a marriage certificate, it cannot be copied on a copy machine. It has to be black inked, wet inked, and certified by a clerk of the court. And that's what you put in the green card application. Okay, I got two. I got one here, and I got one that I included with the green card application. But I'm going to get 3 more, probably next month or in August. I'll get 3 more. I'll go down to the county courthouse and say I need 3 certified copies of my marriage certificate. I'm gonna put them in the desk here, and I'm going to use one for the 10-year green card. I'm going to use another one for Karina when she applies for U.S. citizenship, and then I got a backup copy in case immigration lose something. So, Sharon, to answer your question, a copy on a copy machine isn't sufficient. Sabrina, we will be getting NOA2 soon. Just trying to estimate how long the rest of the process will take. Well, let me go over it with you, Sabrina. When you get your NOA2 letter, it's going to be a 4-month window of time on that NOA2 letter. It's going to say you got 4 months for this NOA2 letter before it expires. To keep it in process, to keep the NOA2 letter from terminating, you send emails to the embassy in Canada and check in with them. You send an inquiry to the MVC. Once you get the, I would say send an inquiry now, but now don't waste your time. When you get the NOA2 letter, wait 30 days, and then send an inquiry to the National Visa Center and check in with them and ask them what's the status of my K1 visa. That will extend your NOA2 letter. When you get your NOA2 letter, it's going to give you 4 months of time. It's going to say from this date to this date. In order to keep it extended, you got to maintain contact with the MVC and with the embassy. Okay? You understand what I'm just saying? If you don't, they could time you out and your visa could be canceled. Okay? How long does it take for the MVC to contact you? Could take 30, 40 days, 50 days. Once the MVC get it, then the National Visa Center has to wait for the embassy in Toronto, Canada to get unbusy. When the embassy in Toronto, Canada gets unbusy, they will send your K1 visa application to Canada, to the embassy in Canada. It's not far from New Hampshire to Canada. It's just up the street. It could take anywhere from 3 to 5 months from the NOA2 letter, okay? You got it? Sabrina, 3 to 5 months. And I'm pretty accurate with my times here. Patty Connolly, okay, thank you so much again. No problem. Patty, we're here for you. Francois Livingston, on the I-134, is it a big deal how much my fiance makes? It's irrelevant since she has no longer had contracts. It's irrelevant. Francois, let me go over the I-134 with you, the Declaration of Financial Support. The I-134 Declaration of Financial Support is all about you, Francois. How much money do you make? What are your assets? Where do you live? Do you promise to provide 100% support for your future husband when he gets to America? That's a statement you're going to write on the I-134, right? You watched my video, right, on how to do an I-134. The beneficiary, which is your husband-to-be, his information is totally irrelevant. The I-134 is all about you, Mr. Sponsor, Ms. Sponsor, Francois, in your case. Your income, your assets, where you live, your dependents, if you have any. For your future husband, his assets are going to be zero. His income's going to be zero. It's irrelevant what he makes because he's leaving UAE and he's moving to upstate New York. So immigration couldn't care less how much money he makes in the United Arab Emirates because it's irrelevant. It doesn't pertain to anything other than the fact that he's going to be living in America and they want to know how much money you make. Francois, tell me you understand that. When you fill out the I-134, you sign it. You put your assets, you put your income, your beneficiary, your future husband. What's his income? What's his income on the I-134? What is it going to be? Tell me. I'll answer for you. 00000. What's his assets? 0000 is irrelevant. Immigration couldn't care less what his job is. Karina was the manager of 2 ice cream stores. Karina has a house in Venezuela, which she gifted to her mom. Karina had lots of money in the bank in Venezuela, but the economy went down the toilet thanks to Maduro. Okay? But it was all irrelevant on the I-134. Did I include Karina's house on the I-134? No, it's irrelevant. Did I include our house, Nosotros Casa, on the I-134? Yes. The value. Karina's got a beautiful house in Venezuela up in the mountains overlooking the Caribbean Sea. But it wasn't included on the I-134. It's irrelevant. Immigration couldn't care less. Francois, he didn't renew his work contract. Okay, no big deal. So he is free to leave Abu Dhabi anytime he wants. There you go. And immigration will probably be glad to hear that. Okay? Francois, you understand what I just said? Please tell me you understand what I just said. T. Seldoma, congratulations, Diego and Karina. And Easy, thank you again for that super chat. Easy, congratulations again, Karina. Go to Vegas and celebrate with Diego on your long-awaited green card. It's been a long freaking time. Patty Connor, does that include pictures and call logs? Pictures. Okay, let's talk about pictures for the K1 visa application. Karina and I were dating, or for the green card, or for the K1 visa, whichever the case may be. Karina and I were dating all of 2021, 2022, 2023. We got married in 2024. So we had 4 years worth of pictures, about 50. Some pictures from 2021, some pictures from 2022, some pictures from 2023, and wedding pictures for the green card application for 2024, plus some other pictures. So we had about 50 pictures over a span of 4 years. And on the pictures, we wrote the name of the people in the pictures. Baby Paula, Aja, Andrea, Esri, Jose Manuel, Maria, blah, blah, all these names. Where were the pictures taken? In Bogota, Colombia. And then I had a picture with Karina and all of her friends. There's like 5 girls and me in a picture. I'm like, dang, right? So about 50 pictures, and if you're applying for the green card, include about 20 wedding pictures. And if you have a honeymoon, include 10 pictures from the honeymoon. Polished Coup K. We got married November and sent the adjustment of status the same month. RFE. You got an RFE. Biometrics in December. It's been 180 days. You got married in November. You sent the adjustment of status in the same month. So you sent in an adjustment of status the same month you got married. So you had put together an adjustment of status paperwork with probably hardly anything in it, right? What did you have in it? What information did you include in your green card application if you submitted it within what 20 days or 30 days or whatever? Did you include joint bank account statements? Did you include joint electric bills? Karina's on the electric bill, the water bill, the sewage bill, the trash bill, the internet. Her name's on everything. It's on the house. It's on the title to the car. So I went to the title clerk office in Santa Rosa County. I said, hey, I want to put Corinna's name on the title to the car. They put her name on the title to the car. I paid $80 freaking for the benefit. They printed a new title for us with my name and Corinna's name. So if I get killed in a car wreck, Corinna gets the car. If something happens to her, I get the car. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you include that in your green card application? Did you put her on the deed or the lease to your apartment or your townhouse? I mean, you got to prove cohabitation. If you don't have at least, I would say, 2 months worth of bills and joint bank accounts, and did you get her a Sam's Club card? Did you get her a library card? If you include all this stuff in your green card application, there's a strong possibility you won't have to go to another scary visa interview or get a freaking RFE. It went to the LA field. Let me see here. So you got the RFE, you did the biometrics in December, and it's been 180 days. Well, they're trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do with your green card application. If you only submitted 30 days worth of evidence, they're probably trying to figure out whether to bring you in for a face-to-face visa interview. They want to talk to you. They may want to separate you from your wife and talk to her in this room and talk to you in this room. That's probably what's in process right now. Okay, you got married in November and you submitted the green card application in November. That's not enough time to put together a green card package. So I'm not surprised you got an RFE, but they let you go to the biometrics, which is good. You're probably in the queue waiting for a face-to-face visa interview with an immigration officer. Sedoma, I've been waiting on my green card. It's been 6 months. Good gracious. And still haven't heard anything after the biometrics. I contacted Emma, and they mentioned that my case has been transferred to the LA field office. Well, that explains it. Los Angeles, California. Is that what you're talking about? Los Angeles, right? They are so backed up with immigration paperwork. I mean, think about how close Los Angeles is to the border of Mexico, right? The LA field office is maxed out with work. So that's why you're stuck waiting for a long process, because Los Angeles is a busy place, okay? So I'm sorry to hear that, okay? I'm sorry. I'm very sad to hear that. But Emma said that your case was being transferred to the Los Angeles field office. So now at least you know where it is. Now you're waiting your turn in line, okay? You're good. Francois, congratulations. 3 minutes soccer. Sedoma, I'm located in Chicago. So you're located in Chicago, and they sent it to the field office in Los Angeles, California. What the heck? You live in Chicago? I don't know what's going on with your case, but at least you know where it is. But they're busy in Los Angeles. Why they would send it there, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Bud Garcia, should I start getting the paperwork for my adjustment of status, or should I just wait until we get married? Start getting the paperwork together, Bud. Is your fiance? She's in America, right? Is she in Washington State with you? No, you said you had to wait for 15 days, right? So she's still in Thailand, and you got to wait 15 days for her K1 visa to be put in her passport. Well, I would just wait till she gets here. Okay, just wait till she gets here, and take your time putting the green card paperwork together. Give yourself at least 60 days. Don't be in a big freaking rush to get your green card paperwork in the mail, because if you get in a big rush and do it within 3 or 4 weeks, the chances are you're going to get an RFE or a denial. Immigration's going to say, what do you mean? You got married on November 1st? You sent the green card application in November 15th? Seriously? What the heck? How can you put together a good green card application in 2 weeks? You can't do it. It's impossible. Bud Garcia, just wait till you get married, okay? And then I'll walk you through the process. But what you can be doing right now is watching the videos I've made on how to apply for a green card. Francois Livingston, $7.50 for a certified copy. That's cheap. It's like, I don't know, $20 here. But we don't have a state income tax. So Florida doesn't have a state income tax, so they got to get their money from other places. Sharon Hutchinson, LOL, come on, Sharon. Paya, India. My fiance is not ready to get married now. I have only 1 month left. What should I do? Well, you need to tell your fiance that you have to get married in the next 2 weeks, or you're getting on a plane flying back to India, because you will not be allowed to stay in the United States. So he needs to get off his backside, grow a backbone, and be a man, and tell you what his intentions are. He needs to man up and tell you what his intentions are. Okay? That's what he needs to do. He needs to be a man and tell you what his intentions are, so you know what the heck's going on in your life. Because if you don't get married within 90 days, you got to leave the country. What should I do? Put him on the channel. I'll talk to him. I'll put my senior chief military hat on, and I will give him a good talking to and explain to him that you don't jerk around your beneficiary. You understand what I'm saying? Paya, your fiance is not ready to get married? Well, he sounds like a big old whiny butthole crybaby to me. Just my opinion, you know. It's just an opinion. And he's probably a nice guy. I don't know. He's probably a good guy. He just sounds to me like he's being a bit of a crybaby. Hitchum. Should we include pics of me and my fiance? My fiance has her engagement ring on, but I don't have a ring because I'm in Algeria. It's different. Should we include pics of me and my fiance? My fiance has her engagement ring on. No. Don't include any pictures with an engagement ring. In Algeria, they may misconstrue it as a wedding ring. Don't do that. No pictures in Algeria, no pictures of any, if your fiance is wearing a ring, do not include those pictures. Countries like Algeria, Indonesia, parts of West Africa, India, sometimes they misconstrue it. Pakistan, they think it's a wedding ring, and then they deny. Ghana, for example, then they'll deny the visa. Don't do it. Paya, India. Put your fiance on this channel. I'll talk to him face to face, man to man. He needs somebody. He needs my foot somewhere. Okay. Patty Connolly. Sorry, we are in Virginia. His fiance is in the Philippines. Okay, no problem. Virginia, the beautiful state of Virginia, and his fiance is in the Philippines. We're in Manila. Remember, for the K1 visa application for the Philippines, you got to include the birth certificate too. Heather Graham, can you take original and copy of original to notary? You don't need a notary. A notary is irrelevant. You got to have a certified copy. A notary is not acceptable for a birth certificate or a marriage certificate. A marriage certificate has to be a certified copy from the clerk of the court, not a notary that's your next door neighbor's best friend. You got to go to the clerk of the court face to face, pay the money, and get the certified copy of the marriage certificate, of the birth certificate, of the divorce decree. Okay, I got a divorce decree. Whoop-de-doo, right? I went to the county office, the clerk of the court. I said, hey, I need a certified copy of my divorce decree. The lady said, okay. I paid the $20. They printed it. She took the front page, signed by a judge. She stamped it. She signed it and dated it in black ink and said, here is your certified copy of your divorce decree. Thank you very much, said I. That went in the K1 visa application. That went with Karina. I got 3 of them. One for Karina's K1 visa application, one for her green card application, and another one here for the 10-year green card. It's got to be certified by the clerk of the court, not by your buddy's notary that works at the car dealership. Paya, India. Let me see here. Let's not miss anybody here. Sharon, Paya, India. Can I extend my visa? No, it's 90 days and you're out. What other options to live in with her? Paya, India. You have 90 days on your K1 visa. You cannot extend it. There's no vacation time. You got 90 days. You got to actually, your K1 visa is gone in the trash. You have a 90-day window on your I-94. The I-94, the Border Patrol, the U.S. Border Patrol said, Paya, India, you can live in America for 90 days, and in those 90 days, you got to get married. If you don't get married within 90 days, you got to leave the United States. There's no extensions. It's 90 days. Can I extend my visa? No, it's already gone. Your visa no longer exists. The K-1 visa is gone away. You're on an I-94, which isn't a visa. It's a Border Patrol permission slip to live in America for 90 days to get married. What other options to live in? You can't live with her. You got to get married, and you got to get married within 90 days, or you got to leave America and go home. If you don't, immigration is going to look for you. They're going to find you. And we got elections coming up in November, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a new president. And this new guy isn't messing around with illegal immigration. The new guy isn't going to mess. He's not going to put up with illegal immigration. If you're in a country illegally, my advice to you is start looking for a way home after November. Sharon Hutchinson, I made a copy of the certified copy. Can't do it. And they submitted it in the adjustment status. Will they send an RFE? They could. That's a possibility. You might be lucky. You might get a very nice, kind-hearted consular officer. But I got a feeling that the law requires a certified copy, not a copy of a copy. But we'll see what happens. You may get lucky. Hopefully you get lucky. Francois to Hitchum. Not a good idea to take pics with engagement rings. That's right. USCIS is going to think you're already married. That's Francois. You know, you've been on this channel a long time. You know the drill. There's been cases where couples K-1 visas were denied because of that. You're correct. Paya, India. I'm here in America on a K-1 visa, but she is not ready to marry. Only 1 month left. I'm confused why she brought me here. You need to talk to her. Paya, India. Do you want me to talk to her? Put her on the channel. I thought it was a guy. It's a girl. I'll talk to a guy or a girl. You got 30 days left. If those 30 days, once those 30 days are up, you need to be either married or on a plane going home. Hitchum, also, does she need a copy of the NOA2 letter at the interview? Yes, just a copy, Hitchum. Doesn't have to be certified. It just needs to be a photocopy. It's just a copy. A divorce decree, a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, they are legal documents and they must be original certified copies. Original, not copies of copies of copies. Francois, got it, Diego. Francois, I-134 has 4 pages about the beneficiary. It's all irrelevant. What the I-134 was created for tourists, for B2 visas. The I-134 was created for B2 tourist visas. But you're not going through a B2 tourist visa. Then the beneficiary fills out all the paperwork. It's for a K-1 immigrant visa, but it's treated as a non-immigrant visa at the embassy interview. So the I-134 is filled out by the sponsor. The beneficiary information is totally irrelevant. Put zeros and NAs. Heather Graham, 0. Francois Livingston, got a CMA on my house, and I got the info on my 401k. I don't have any dependents. Boom. Mountain Dew salute to Francois. Definitely a Mountain Dew salute to Francois. Because you're getting your paperwork ready, which is good. Francois understands. Patty Connolly, K1. Okay. So K1 visa for the Philippines. No problem. Johnny Grant, 67. How long did green card get approved from mailing application? For Karina, I just made a video about it. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was like 3 months. I think it was 3 months, 3 months. She got from, it's about 3 months. Well, how long did the green card get? How long did the green card get approved from mailing application? Okay, we mailed the application on February 29th. 2024, and Karina got her approval June 25th of 2024. So that's February, that's March, April, May, so 3.5 months. Polished Kuke, I see, thank you. Makes sense now. Context, he arrived in August and we married in November. Arrived in August, September, you got Did you get married within 90 days? Did you get married within 90 days? You arrived in August and you got married in November. August to September, September to October, October to November. That's 90 days. Did you get married within 90 days? I hope you did. Scuba. I like scuba. Scuba, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Scuba. Hey, Diego, is it necessary for the petitioner of a Colombian beneficiary to go to Bogota for the interview? No, you don't have to. I was in Bogota when Karina had her K1 visa interview, but I was sick as a dog. I had mountain sickness. I had the flu. I had broken my toes on my right foot, chasing the cat or something. So I had broke my 3 toes on my foot. I had mountain foot sickness, and I had the flu. And that was all the day before Karina's visa interview in Bogota. So I'm laid up in bed, sick as a dog. My toes are killing me. They're all blue and purple, and I can't walk hardly. And Karina said, "You stay in bed. I'll go to the visa interview by myself." And I said, I said, "I'm sorry, I can't come with you. I just can't do it. I can't walk. I can't breathe, and I'm throwing up." So she said, "You stay home." Karina went to her K1 visa interview in Bogota, and she got her visa approved. So you don't have to be there if you don't want to, but you have the option. Let me see. So scuba, did I answer your question? Anything else? No, it's just wait for the green card, the K1. Scuba. Denise Jefferson, congratulations to the both of you. It really happens when we practice patience. We did our biometrics today. Denise Jefferson, you're going to get a Mountain Dew salute. Okay, Denise, for your biometrics in Salt Lake City. I'm assuming you went to Salt Lake City for your biometrics. And thanks for the kind words to Karina. Because remember, the secret to a K1 visa application, to a green card application, the secret is, number one, you got to be qualified for the benefit. And number two, you got to be patient. Patience, patience, patience. And Francois, look at that super chat from Francois. For a Las Vegas magnet, Karina, para Novera, Magneto para Novera. Karina likes that idea. We are definitely going to buy a magnet with Francois' super chat for the fridge. That's a great idea. Because we got one from New Orleans when we went for the biometrics. And let me see here. Let's see what we got. Karina, keep me in check here. Hitchum, so she should bring the engagement ring in a box to the interview. Bring it in a box. Don't wear it. When Karina went to her K1 visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, she had her engagement ring in a box in her cartera. Okay? She was prepared for any questions on wedding plans and did I buy her an engagement ring. She didn't get those questions because they already knew from the visa application that this was good to go. But she was ready. Do not wear your engagement ring to the visa interview at the embassy. Don't do it. You might get a real strict immigration officer that assumes you got married. Algeria, yeah, for Algeria. And Francois, another super chat from Francois. Francois, that's a magnet for the fridge. Francois, can't say enough thank you to the both of you for your support. Now listen, Francois, Mountain Dew salute. Karina's green card's approved, okay? We've been through this with you guys. The channel is not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing these live streams, and we're going to keep helping you guys way into the future. When Karina gets her 2-year green card very soon, when she gets her 10-year green card, she gets her U.S. citizenship, we are going to still be here to be with you guys, okay, to help you get through this. It's a horrible thing to go through a K1 visa application. It's a horrible thing mentally for a green card application. It's horrible, but you guys can do it. You can do it. Pallavi Sharma. Hey, Diego, my attorney has already filed for my green card and advance parole and have given me my biometrics for that, but he filed my employment authorization document later after 1 week. Well, that's stupid. He applied for your work permit a week later. You gotta apply at the same time with your green card. If you apply for a work permit as an individual entity, it's $400+. If you apply for a work permit with your green card application, it's $260 or $260, I believe is what it is. That is a big mistake. More than likely, immigration is going to take your money and send you back the paperwork and say, what the heck is this? Why are you applying for a work permit? When you apply for a work permit, it must be included in the green card application. So when immigration receives the box of stuff, they open it up, they see your green card application, and then they see your advance parole, and they see your work permit, and you write one check for $1,700, which will cover the cost of everything. Right? If you file for the work permit a week or 2 weeks later, it's an individual application. It's $400 and something. You need to. Why the heck did you hire an immigration attorney to file your green card paperwork? It's so easy to do this. It's an easy process, guys. It's not difficult. I mean, how much did that cost you? I don't know. I guess none of my business, I guess. But I mean, Pallavi Sharma, you spent money on an immigration attorney, and it looks like it's already a big error going on. And I have not received the receipt from the DHS or USCIS regarding that employment authorization. No, you probably won't. What should I do? Fire your freaking attorney. It's been more than 20 days. Get rid of your attorney. Why did you hire an immigration attorney to process a green card application? It's not hard to do. Now you got all these problems. What can you do? There's nothing you can do. Just wait. All you can do now is wait out the process. But to me, it's a waste of money filing for a work permit. What's the point? It's a waste of money. Patty Connolly, Diego, I have just one more question. Okay, Lieutenant Colombo, one more question. Does statements from family or friends have to be notarized? Their affidavits, they don't have to be notarized, but just make sure you fill it out as an affidavit. You don't have to notarize them, no. But make it as an affidavit. You live in Virginia, find out what the rules are for affidavits, letters of affidavit for the state of Virginia. So find out, go Google letter of affidavit for the state of Virginia, find out what the process is. There's a specific lineage of information that you have to put for a letter from family, for a green card, or for a K-1 visa application. It's an affidavit. Google Virginia affidavit letters. See what pops up, and it will help you. Polished Kuke, yes, we got married within 90 days. Okay, then you're good. You're in status. Paya India, I'm sorry to bother you. It's no bother to me. Actually, her daughter's not accepted me. It's very difficult to leave her. Older one, she will be 18 on October, and younger one, 16, and doesn't like me. Okay, well, you're not getting married to the kids. You're getting married. That's not how it works. Okay? That's not how it works. If the daughters are not accepting you, that's the daughter's problem, not yours, or hers. That's the kid's problem. It's not your problem. Your wife needs to step up and tell her kids, hey, this is where it's going to be. One is 18 years old. She's an adult, for crying out loud. The younger one is 16, close to being an adult. 16 and 18. One is an adult. Your wife needs to tell her 18-year-old to go and stick her nose in somebody else's business and not her life, which is going to end up messing up your life. Seriously. I'm serious. You gotta get strong here. You gotta get strong. You gotta have to talk to her and say, look, I'm not marrying your kids, I'm marrying you. Your kids are 18 and 16. 18-year-olds should be already out of the house doing something, or in college, or working. Okay? You gotta be strong here. You gotta be strong. You gotta say, hell, I'm not putting up with this. You kids don't like me, that's not my problem. That's their problem. Right? It's not my problem. You got to say, look, your kids don't like me. Okay, whoop-de-doo. I'm not marrying the kids. I'm marrying you. So she needs to step up to her kids and say, you got to take your nose out of my business. If you don't like my beneficiary, that's your problem, kids. But you're going to have your life, and I'm going to have my life. I'm sorry, that's how I am. I don't put up with crap like that, you know. Seriously. It's no bother, Paya India, but somebody's going to have to grow a backbone here and stand up to those two kids and tell them, you know, hey, seriously. Pallavi Sharma, I have to join Capital One on the 8th of July. What should I do? Join Capital One. What do you mean, join Capital One? Join them. Paya India, I left my career for her. You left everything behind for her. You left your life in India to come to America, and now you got these two snot-nosed kids telling you they don't like you. Well, you got to tell the two snot-nosed kids to stick their nose in their own business and get on with your life in America and get married. And if you want me to talk to those kids, I will. It's no problem for me. I'll tell them straight how it is. Paya India, you need to get married like in the next few days. Start getting your green card paperwork together and tell those two kids to go play on a beach somewhere. Don't invite them to the wedding if they don't want to come. But they shouldn't be controlling your life that you left behind to come to America. That's absolutely insane. Let me see. Scuba, you did much appreciated. Priyanka in Alabama. Priyanka, hello, Diego and Karina. Congrats on the green card. Thank you. I have a concern. My public charge question. I haven't received my RFE yet. You probably won't get an RFE if you haven't got it yet. You got your work permit, right? Priyanka, just relax. Even if you get an RFE because of page 13 and 14 of the paperwork, don't worry about it. They're going to just redo the form. The worst thing that's going to happen is you got to redo that form and resubmit it. That's it. But you haven't got the RFE yet. Even if you get it. Paya India. Anyone can help us together like family therapists. No, you don't need family therapists to help you. You need to tell those two kids to stick their nose in their own playpen. Go play on the beach. Go hang out with their teenage buddies and leave you the heck alone so you can get married to that young lady. Okay? You got it? All you got to do is get married, and you got to tell those kids, you don't like me, that's your problem, but you're going to have your life, and I'm going to have my life here in America with my sponsor. You got it? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I would be doing. I'd be telling those kids, sir, you don't like me? Okay. Have a nice life. You're 18 years old? Okay, go pack your freaking bag and go find somewhere else to live. Serious. That's me, though. I'm retired military. I don't put up with any of this crap. Paya India, how can we talk with you? How can you? I just told you what to do. I think you are the only good person and understand the situation. I understand it fully and completely. Maybe more understood. And help us. I'm helping you. Here's Paya India. Here's how I'm going to help you. Here's what you're going to do. Listen to my words. You and her, she, tomorrow, go get the wedding license. Get married. Don't tell the kids. And then after you get married, you tell the kids, we got married, and then process your green card. That's how you do it. But those kids do not control you. They're adults. 18 years old is an adult. 16 is close. You got to be strong. Okay? You got to be strong. Let me see here. Kayesu Agnes. Hello, Diego and Karina. Thanks for your encouraging videos. That's why we're here. Through this K1 visa journey, I was following you in Uganda. Wow, Uganda, Africa. And now I'm in Pensacola, Florida. We were just in Pensacola today. You're going to get a Mountain Dew salute. We are getting married next month. Mountain Dew salute to Kiesu Agnes from Uganda, now in Escambia County, Pensacola. Did you see the Blue Angel fighter jets flying over your house today? They did a big display. I didn't even know about it, but we got to the front of the line because I'm retired military. 66, hey Diego, I'm in Maryland for 2 weeks. Now I got married 2 days ago. Do I have to fill up the I-693? No, the doctor does that. The civil surgeon fills out the I-693. You repeat the medical exam. I had my medical exams done in Paris, France. 66, you had your medical exams done in Paris, France. Where are they? Are they in a sealed envelope? Are the medical exams in a sealed envelope? Where are the medical exams? Did the Border Patrol take the medical exams when you entered the United States of America? When I filed for Karina's green card with Karina, we went to Pensacola. We got a brand new medical exam done. We got her vaccinations recertified. It cost $175. And we put it in the doctor, the civil surgeon, approved by the State Department, signed the 693. He signed the vaccination documents, put it in a sealed envelope, and that's what we put in her green card application. You said they took it, but I have a copy from the doctor. Is it in a sealed envelope, 66? And is it longer than 6 months? How long ago did it expire? It's only good for 6 months. Redo 66. Redo the medical exam. Get it a brand new medical exam. Redo it. Pay the money. Recertify the 693 by a civil surgeon. Get it in a sealed envelope. Have them tape it and put it in the green card application. It's easy to do. Pallavi Sharma, am I authorized to work? If you have a work permit and a social security number, you can work. Pallavi Sharma, also my visa expires August the 31st. Should I go back to India before that if I don't receive my green card? No, you don't do that. Pallavi, your K1 visa expired the day you landed in America. It's gone. You have an I-94. The Border Patrol issued you an I-94. It's good for 90 days. You got to get married within 90 days. If you get married within 90 days, you're in status. If you don't get married within 90 days, you got to go back home. That's how it works. You don't go back to India because your I-94 expires. You get married, you're in status, you stay in America, and you wait for your freaking green card. Karina's I-94 expired in April of 2024. It's now June 26th. Her I-94 expired. She's still here. Why? Because we got married within 90 days. We're in status, and we're waiting for her green card. We just got approved yesterday. Pallavi, if you leave the United States, you will not be allowed to come back. Do you hear what I said? Paya India, but she told me now if she not accept you, I can't get married. Well, then you have a pitiful person, okay? That's pitiful. The kid's 18 years old, and she's telling mom what to do. Seriously? That's weak. That's weak. 66. Do I need to provide one check for green card and employment authorization? Yes, one check. And the check includes the biometrics. Priyanka, yes, Diego, got my work permit. In case I get an RFE, can you help me fix the papers? Definitely. Priyanka, if you get an RFE, I will walk you through it and help you get it fixed. Just relax, okay? I know how to do that. I can fix it for you. Denise Jefferson, Diego, we included a copy of the medical 693 in as part of our package. How did you guys handle yours? And what point did USIS ask for it? When we landed in Miami, I rented an SUV. We came home here. The first thing we did was go down to the Social Security Administration, get her Social Security card. I applied for that. Then I called the doctor in Pensacola. I said, "Hey, doc," I said, he's his admin assistant. I said, "We need a medical exam for a green card application." And she said, yeah, we do those. It's $175. Send me Karina's vaccination documents in a PDF file. I emailed her Karina's vaccination documents. The administrative assistant looked at Karina's vaccination documents and said, they're all good, perfectly fine. We scheduled the medical exam in Pensacola. We drove to Pensacola. It was like at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. It was about 45 minutes to an hour. She had a medical exam. The doctor then signed on her 693, signed off on her vaccinations. The administrative assistant then put it in a sealed envelope and taped it and said, for Homeland Security only, medical exam, Dr. So-and-so. And I put it in the green card application. Cost me $175. So we did a complete redo of her medical exam. Yeah, I paid for her medical exam in Bogota, Colombia. It's no problem. And then we redid it in Pensacola. We just did a redo. Okay? It was easy. That's what we did. Did USCIS ask for it? No. It's mandatory for the green card application. If you submit a green card application without a medical exam, they're going to ask for it. Like Benny Yao, who was on the channel many times, he was asking me, where do I fill out the 693? You don't. The doctor does. 6.6, they took it, but I have a copy from the doctor. 6.6, redo your medical exam. Find a civil surgeon in your city where you live. Pay the doctor for a green card medical exam and just redo the whole thing. It's not expensive. 3 minutes of soccer to 6.6. Is Paris embassy busy? It's not too bad in Paris. It's 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. It's not very long. Priyanka, one more question. My passport expires 2025 in February. Do I need to inform USCIS when it changes? No, you don't. When can I apply for my passport? Well, it's an Indian passport, so you can contact the Indian embassy or the Indian consulate in Washington, D.C. in an email and say, I want to renew my passport. That's how you do it. You contact the Indian embassy or the Indian consulate. If you're from India, right? In Washington, D.C., there's an Indian embassy or an Indian consulate. Those are the folks that control passports for Indian citizens living in the United States. When can I apply? I would apply for it 6 months before it expires. So Agnes, yes, I see the Blue Angels every day, Diego. Every todo dia, Blue Angels. It's beautiful here. We're glad you're in America, KSO. Priyanka, because my green card is still processing, when can I apply for a new passport? You can apply whenever you want. You're in America. You're in the United States. You can apply for it tomorrow if you want to. Don't worry about your green card being in process. Okay? You're good. When you apply for your 10-year green card, that's when you update your passport information. You don't have to update your passport information with immigration. If you have submitted your green card paperwork, which you have, and you are waiting for your green card, which you are, and your passport is fixing to expire, which it is, renew it. You don't have to notify immigration that you have a new passport, not until you apply for your 10-year green card. Shiku Dumbaya, hey, how are you guys? How you doing, Diego? I hope you are fine. Always. I'm trying to put my green card package together. No try. You will do it. There's no trying here, guys. It's due. But I'm not working at the moment, just home. Thank you once more for everything. Shiku, we're glad to see you on the channel. Welcome aboard. Ranger G. Martinez, the embassy from El Salvador sent me my interview K1 visa in July, but not today. What should I do? Email the embassy in El Salvador and ask them what's the day of my visa interview. Ask the embassy. Pitch them. Are 39 pics enough, or do we need more? That's pretty good. I would submit 50, but if you don't have 50, 39 is good. Shiku, I'm not being online lately, trying to adjust to the time difference. I always miss your live stream. Yeah, Shiku, you're in a different time zone. You were once in this country, now you're in America, right? Like in Florida, Florida has 2 time zones. We have Central Time here in the Panhandle. If I take Corinna to a drive, let's suppose we went to Tallahassee for the day to see the capital of Florida, it's a different time zone. I mean, I don't know. We should get rid of this daylight savings too. That's ridiculous. Daylight savings time is ridiculous. We need to get rid of that for starters. Priyanka, go ahead and apply for your Indian passport. Go ahead and renew it. You're good. You got no worries. And Ranger G. Martinez, contact El Salvador, the U.S. Embassy in El Salvador. Send them an email. Ask them what's the day. Let me see here. 6-6 to 3 minutes of soccer. It took 9 months from NOA1 to visa interview. That's pretty quick. Pallavi Sharma, I have a social security number, but I don't have a work permit. Okay, you can't work without a work permit. I got married within 90 days. You're in status. Bravo. And we already gave my biometrics. Bravo. Can I work with a Capital One? No, you cannot go to work with Capital One. You don't have a work permit. If you look at your social security card, what does it say? What does it say on the front of your social security card? Authorized to work by Homeland Security only, or something to that effect. You can only work in the United States if Homeland Security says you can work, not the Social Security Administration. So how does Homeland Security, what do they give you so you can work? A work permit. Corinna has a work permit. She's working. She has a Social Security number. But she didn't go to work until she got her work permit. Now she's going to get her green card probably in the next week or so. So to answer your question, you do not work unless you got a work permit or a green card. And Tokyo, what the cat wants to go out. This Tokyo the cat, our Colombian cat. He's telling me in Spanish he wants to go out. So we'll let Corinna. So here he is. Here's Tokyo. We brought Tokyo from Colombia. He's 2 years today. Today, Corinna's telling me today is Tokyo's 2nd birthday. He's 2 years old today. So everybody wish Tokyo a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tokyo. He's from Colombia. We brought him from Bogota. Let me see here. Pallavi, I have a social security number. Great, but you can't work without a work permit. You can't. Priyanka, thank you, Diego and Corinna. Congratulations once again. Priyanka, thank you. Priyanka, go ahead and go and apply for your Indian passport. You're good. You're good. Immigration's not going to go mad at you for doing that. So, Pallavi, on my social security card, it is mentioned that with work with Department of Homeland Security authorization only. That's what I just said. And what is Department of Homeland Security authorization? What is that? That's a work permit. That's a green card, right? If you go to work with just a social security number, Homeland Security is going to find out about it, and you're going to get a nasty letter from immigration saying, what are you doing? You don't have authorization to work. You're going to get a mismatch on your immigration file. It could cause a problem. Trust me. Listen to me. I'm trying to help you. Priyanka, I have a work permit and a social security number. Can I work? Yes, Priyanka. Mountain Dew salute to Priyanka. You can work, Priyanka. You are good to go. Pallavi, you cannot work. Hitchum, interviews July 11th. If I decide to go to Algeria late July, should I include the plane tickets for that day? You can include, what do you mean include the plane tickets? For what? For a visa interview? Yeah. Any evidence that you have of being together. I went to Colombia 5 times to be with Corinna. I lived in Colombia for 2.5 years, pretty much. All the evidence you got is going to help you get an approval. Priyanka, you can go to work, Priyanka. Pallavi, so now how long the work permit will take? 3 months, about 3 months. Because my lawyer has filed it separately. Okay, your immigration attorney has filed your work permit separately. There's a good chance you are not going to get the work permit. because it has to be filed with the green card application. What is Homeland Security going to do with a work permit request? Where's the green card paperwork? Where's the 865? Where's the 865 giving you permission to adjust status to green card? Where is it? A work permit filed separately is totally irrelevant. It doesn't work that way. So, Tokyo. Tokyo's talking to his buddy. Tokyo aqui. Tokyo. Oh, he wants to leave the live stream. When you apply for your green card, you have to include the work permit with the green card application. So immigration can see you are applying for a green card. They know that you are applying for a work permit to work temporarily while waiting for your green card. They got to be combined together so that immigration can process it. What if an illegal immigrant enters the United States into Texas and applies for a work permit? What do you think is going to happen? Where's the green card application? Where's the I-94? Where's the legal entry into America? Where's a copy of the K-1 visa? Where's a copy of the passport proving your citizenship? Where's your sponsor's passport biographic page photo? An illegal immigrant sneaks in, gets to Texas, applies for the work permit. What's going to happen? The immigration's going to take the money, and then they're going to shred the work permit and say, I'm sorry, you are not approved for this work permit. You have been denied. But if you include it with the green card application with an I-94 and all the other documents you need, you're going to get your work permit. You need to get rid of that immigration attorney. I'm serious. That immigration attorney isn't doing you any favors. Let me see here. So Pallavi, how long will it take for the work permit to come? Because my lawyer filed for it separately. I would say 20 years from now, maybe. You're not going to get it. Priyanka, you can work. We updated our work permit with info with the social security number. Good job. Easy E, happy birthday, Tokyo. And Francois Livingston, happy second birthday, Tokyo. It's his second birthday, 2 years old. Do you know how lucky that cat is? Karina saved that cat from the streets of Bogota. I'm serious. Ranger G. Martinez, gracias, Diego. I did everything from day one just watching your videos. That's a Mountain Dew salute. Without paying my lawyer, any lawyer. Muchas gracias, Diego. I saved you what, $4,000, $5,000? Pallavi, what can I do now? What's the solution? Here's the solution. Number one, you get rid of your immigration attorney because the person is not doing you any favors. Number two, you wait for your green card. You're not going to get a work permit, but you wait for your green card. That's all you can do. When your green card comes in, then you can start work. But you're not going to get a work permit. And I hope you didn't pay your immigration attorney any money to submit your work permit. Did he write a check? Did he put a check in with your work permit application? How much was it? Was it $400 and some dollars? I tell you what, guys, hit you. Get ready for that Trump-Biden debate tomorrow. Get your popcorn ready. Karina was telling me the same thing. She said, yeah, tomorrow's the big debate, but I can't stand watching CNN. CNN's just fake news to me. It's all fake. But Karina said, watch it. Karina says it's not important. We're going to watch it. Okay, we'll watch the debate. Karina wants to watch the debate. Martin Stadler, we filed for my spousal visa through consular processing. Okay, you can do that. We found out that she's pregnant. What? The consular officer's pregnant? Oh, no, your wife's pregnant. She is a U.S. citizen. We want to have our child in the United States. Can I go to the U.S. with my tourist visa? Marnus, congratulations on your baby. And if you have a B2 tourist visa, you can come visit the United States. Sure, absolutely. We also applied for an expedited request for my I-130 because of my wife's pregnancy. What are the chances of it being approved? 0. U.S. immigration do not expedite visas because of you being pregnant. They don't. That's a personal decision. It's a personal choice to have a baby. It's personal. Immigration, to be honest with you, couldn't care less if you're pregnant or not. The visa process is going to go in the process that it goes in. If there was an expedite approval for a pregnancy, lots of people will be getting pregnant, in my opinion, just to get an expedited visa. So immigration said, okay, you're pregnant, congratulations. Is the visa going to get approved for an expedite? No, it's not. But congratulations on your baby. Pallavi, no, I didn't have him. I didn't give him any money. No, I didn't give him any money. So how did he apply for your work permit? Pallavi, how did your attorney apply for your work permit if you didn't give him any money to pay for it? Okay, guys, I've been talking for 1 hour, 35 minutes, 17 seconds. And I hope I answered all your questions. Like I said, I don't give you any legal advice, guys, but I know how to do this. I can put a green card package together in my sleep. I can put a K-1 visa application together in a hammock on a beach somewhere while I'm taking a nap. It's not difficult. I've got 9 years experience and I share that knowledge with you for free. I don't want you to pay for immigration attorneys. I'm not saying they're bad. Most of them do a good job, but you don't need an immigration attorney to do this. It's easy to do this. Okay. Mr. Somebody, congratulations, guys, on your green card. Are you also planning to have babies? Oh, see, always. Planes para babies. Clara, Karina said Clara.
Yes.
And then Marma says, thank you, and we're out of here. See you. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday. Even Karina didn't remember. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday, guys. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys all back here. Same time, 6 p.m. Central. Boom.